Rangers, huh?
Hello, welcome to a New York Rangers Game 3 recap featuring the Rook and TJ. TJ, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, brother?
Feeling pretty good after the Game 3 win by New York
Absolutely.
Rangers. Hey,
Dude.
I mean, listen, win's a win. They
A
needed
win's
it.
a win, but you know what? When
They got it
essentially we kept them to 0 goals because that little bullshit flip backhand should not have gone in. Igor makes that 99.99999% of the time, that save. It was a shit goal, but being the only goal to go in, I am 100% okay with it. Okay? Zibanejad was on fire tonight. Kreider with that top corner snipe. Couldn't close it out with the empty net, but luckily Kopp was there for about an 80, 90-foot backhand.
I thought it was Mott. It was Mott.
Sorry, Mott.
Yeah. It was Mott. He got his first goal as a Ranger.
Dude, tremendous. And listen, we needed that goal to seal the deal. We need to take the pressure off. We need to take the pressure off of Igor there. Kreider should have had that empty netter. I don't know how you missed from there. I know Strome knows how you missed from there, but
So does Kakko, because that's like the exact same shot Kakko had.
Exactly.
It's funny because when that hit off the crossbar, I was like, oh, this is good. Kreider has this. Game is sealed. I'm going nuts. As soon as he missed it, I'm like, oh shit, this is it. We're gonna give up the tying goal. This is gonna go overtime. We're gonna lose in overtime. It's gonna be terrible. Luckily, the Rangers proved me wrong. Igor gets 43 saves today. Great game, despite that one
Listen, one mistake doesn't really hurt us. I mean, it kind of put the pressure on, but we needed to get that third goal. It comes, we're able to sustain the pressure from the Hurricanes because, you know, they brought it, especially in the third period. But you could see we had them on their heels. They were pushing everything. They started throwing everything towards the net. Last-ditch effort to try to get a goal and tie it up. And then at the end of the game, you saw that chippiness because we're in their fucking head, dude. Yeah. And I absolutely loved it. I can appreciate because I'm a big fan of people going for that nitty-gritty, kind of a little on the dirty side play. I can appreciate what Max Domi did at the end. But you could see, dude, Lindgren bodies him to the ground. Pretty much nobody steps in. And then Tony DeAngelo, like a little mouse, running his mouth at the coach of all people. It's like, dude, I'm pretty sure Gallant can still throw you fucking beating.
Yeah, I agree. And Tony DeAngelo, obviously former Ranger, left on bad terms, you know. So I think,
you know what? And I was saying earlier in the series, it pisses me off that we lost Tony DeAngelo. It was a bullshit. We pretty much gave him away for nothing. You know, he got into the fist fight in the locker room with Gorgiev. And then, again, he also very, very out there on social media. He's not, you know, the woke, typical New York City woke media out there. He was a Trump guy, and they were on him for that right out the gate. As soon as he started posting that stuff, he did a podcast, you know, kind of speaking his mind as well. I like Tony DeAngelo. Getting rid of him for absolutely nothing goes to show you what kind of presence he has there on the Hurricanes. He's a good defenseman. But to watch him sit there and bitch and moan and cry and whine, this shows how pathetic he is. And I'm kind of hoping it lit the fire now. I'm hoping they start the fourth line, you know, game 4, and show Tony DeAngelo what New York City is all about. You know, I think he forgot a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. You get a little Reeves action onto with Tony DeAngelo, it'd be great.
I think it's coming. We saw a little bit of it today. You know, when they were exiting the ice, he got into it a little bit, a little dust up, and it's always good to see Reeves sit down laughing. Like you know, he knows what he's doing. He's not scared out there. You're not gonna get him off his game. He's probably the biggest badass in the league right now. I would say hands down. So you're not going to get in his head. He loved that shit.
Yeah, he definitely does. And he's probably excited. He's like, oh, I might have a dance partner next game. I love it. He definitely is amped up for next game. He'll probably want to fight somebody. Max Domi got put to the fucking ice.
Dude, Lindgren, bro. You're fucking with a guy that's been beaten and broken this entire season, and then especially in the playoffs, and he still bodies you to the ice and then mushes you into the ground. And it takes 2 refs to pull him off as he's still mushing you and making you feel the effect. I got to say, I love Ty Domi as a Ranger. I love Ty Domi as a player anywhere in the league, or the Leafs, or it doesn't matter. I love Ty Domi. I love the style of hockey he had. But I think Max Domi never learned from Ty Domi that if you're going to pick a fight, make a statement, you got to come out of it looking good and not looking like a bitch. And he totally looked like a bitch there.
Yeah, definitely not a tie Domi. That definitely was Max Domi there, and that was pretty embarrassing. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
definitely.
But I mean, exciting thing about this was they had the offensive pressure throughout most of the first, even throughout the second. They had a
Yeah.
lot of chance to make this game, make it wide open, but obviously just couldn't cash in. I mean, you saw Mika and Kreider both snipe those shots in too.
Dude,
You know,
Zibanejad was on fire tonight. He definitely had a fire to
right?
his game. He was moving the puck around very well. He was skating hard. He was crashing the net, and that's exactly what we need. We need to put pressure on the net, pressure in the crease, because
Yeah,
you know what, get in their heads. You don't want to take a penalty, but at the same time, you want to let them know, hey, we're burying this puck any way we can. And you know what? We got our chances, especially in front, especially pushing bodies towards the front of the net, those rebounds. And those are the goals that matter. Those little chip in, punchy goals that slide through when you're crashing the net, those
mhm.
goals 100% make a difference.
Yeah, definitely. I love that we were talking about this before we started the live, but I love the fact that they started with the kid line. The kid line has been a jolt of energy into that offense, and
Yeah,
I've been saying, I'm like, play them more, give them more time, and they've gotten more time, like early, like late in games. And
yeah,
I think game one, at least, game two, they switched it up. They put Lafreniere in for Cop in the earlier lines. They trying to flop them, but now we saw the kid line come out immediately, and they made an impact as soon as the game started. Like it was just different. It was a difference. It was like
yeah.
just a lot of energy off the puck, off the face off, getting pucks on ice. I mean on net, and it was just great. I mean it was great to see. I think it was a different team than we saw the last two games,
Yeah, I
offensively.
agree. You know what? Listen, the kid line is the heart of this team. They were the heart in the first round of the playoffs against the Penguins, and they're the only line that, other than the fourth line. The fourth line has been doing what they're supposed to do. They're doing their job out there. They're not a detriment to the team. They're not giving up shitty goals. They're playing. They're grinding it out, and they're giving everybody else out there a little bit of rest. Everybody else on the bench a little bit of rest. And that's what you need out of your fourth line. On top of a little bit of pressure, couple body checks, and just to get that energy continuing, through all four lines. But the kid line has hands down been the center of attention and the standout line because there's no let up. There's no game to game fall off. And you're getting that from the first and second line. We're still trying to figure out where Panarin's going to show up because it's
Yeah,
just, he's not on his A game. Zibanejad is game to game. Kreider is game to game. And they've been very silent so far in both series. I mean, they have a couple goals, and I'm not going to say that they're not big goals because every goal is huge,
yeah,
but they're not making the statement that your top line, that your A plus players, your stars, need to be out there making. They need to be making something happen. And Panarin, again, is just kind of lost in the shuffle. And I'm still waiting for him to wake up and make his statement. But that kid line, the night after night, they come out there, they give it their all. They never stop skating. They're skating downhill the whole time. Nothing but speed, getting into the corners, getting to the boards, racing for the puck. There's no let up. And that is driving this team to victories 100%. And even in their losses, they're the reason why they're not getting blown out. Because
yeah,
on days where Kreider, Zibanejad, and Panarin don't have it, they're throwing everything on their back and carrying the weight. And it's tremendous from a third line, from guys that this is their first playoff run, and most of these guys are what, under 24.
yeah.
It's
I think
tremendous,
the
and it cannot be understated. It cannot be said enough how great they're playing and how much of an impact they're having on these playoff run for the Rangers.
Yeah, I think Hito's like 22, then Kako's 21, and then Lafreniere is 20 or something like it. They're all like
Yeah,
really close. They're all basically because they all were drafted within the 2 years of each other, right?
right.
So I mean, they're all very young guys and they're playing extremely well. And the good thing I've liked this series compared to the last series was the defense.
Yeah,
Defense is serious. Think about it. They gave up 2 goals in game one. They essentially gave up 1 goal in game two. They lost 2-0. And today they give up 1 goal again. It was a soft goal, should have been a
yeah,
stop. So realistically, if you're looking at it, the Rangers only given up like 4 goals in the past, even 3 goals. You know what I mean?
right.
Because of how either a soft goal, empty netter,
Empty netter.
and obviously the 2 in overtime, 2 in the game one obviously was shitty, but it
Right.
happens. Those look legit goals. But it's like the defense is stepping up. They're playing better. And listen,
Yeah,
Carolina has a great defense as well. In that first 2 games, it was shown. They gave a shutout on one end. The Rangers could get anything in there in the offensive zone. They would have to dump it and chase, and Carolina was just not allowing them to do it. So it's
Carolina has
impressive
the
what they're
advantage
finally
of
doing.
speed. The Carolina speed,
yeah,
is definitely better than the Rangers. They definitely have an edge there. They race to the puck. They skate it north to south very well. They're not in the neutral zone very long. They usually win the neutral zone battle and gain access to the offensive zone, where the Rangers struggle a little bit shift to shift. But I mean, I was dying laughing. We're in the series. No games are blowouts. It's very tight games, and that's very good for the style of hockey that the Rangers play. That grind it out, try to push it, get a goal, and sustain a little bit of pressure while maintaining a lead. That's what they need to do. But I was dying laughing for Game 2 on ESPN. I absolutely hate the NHL on ESPN. It's just a shit show. The commentators blow. There's no energy. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And in between, I think the first and second period of Game 2, they were talking about I think they showed the FanDuel line. And the FanDuel line was over under 6.5. And they all took the over. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys watching? Like, there is zero chance there's going to be 7 goals in this game. There's zero chance there's going to be 6, 5, or 4 fucking goals in this game. What are you watching right now? It's like the easiest thing. Like, dude, I grabbed my phone so fucking fast trying to get a bet in. Like, yeah, please give me the fucking over under. Set that fucking shit at 3 and give me some free money.
And the funny thing is, too, like, I think the Rangers scored 3 goals. That's the highest a team has scored this series so far in 3 games. 3 goals in a game. Yeah. Which is incredible. And like for them to be like, oh yeah, go over. All right, maybe you're just trying to keep their attention onto the ESPN and keep watching this game. People who are not Rangers or Canes fans, you want to be like, oh, the offense is going to step up. Maybe you want to watch more. But it's just reckless at that point.
Dude, honestly, I can't stand anything on ESPN at this point. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know sports. They sold their soul when they started dipping into the fucking woke, spewing just nonsense fucking political shit. It's like, dude, I watch sports to get away from politics. I don't give a shit who the president is. I don't give a shit who's running for governor. I don't fucking care who made an erroneous statement or sent the fucking email 20 years ago that's now offensive. I don't fucking care. I want to watch sports. I want to hear about sports. I want to see fucking the best MLB plays. I want to see the dun-a-nut, and that's it. I don't care about your opinion. Shut the fuck up.
I agree with you, and I hate when sports and politics get intertwined because it's not what we want.
Right. And listen, every once in a while it happens. Every once in a while it does happen. But the fact that they pushed it, like they went with it, and if they can't see the writing on the wall with everything that's going on with this world and how people just want to get away from everything, sports is a fucking outlet. Sports is an outlet when it comes to COVID. Sports is an outlet when it comes to politics. Every fucking Ranger fan can get along for a 60-minute game. It doesn't matter who they voted for or where they stand on this policy or that policy. Do not introduce politics to fucking sports. You're ruining it. Like it's essentially like fucking having a political debate in the middle of having sex. Why?
Just try to enjoy it. Try to enjoy the ride.
Dude, I don't need this shit. But again, aside from that nonsense as to why I hate ESPN, their color commentary, it's just awful, dude. It is absolutely dreadful. The Game 2, they were so fucking one-sided on the Canes side. They were just shitting on the Rangers every which way. And it was a tight game the whole time. You would think that the Hurricanes were blowing out the fucking Rangers. And it wasn't happening. And compared to the games that the Rangers played against the Hurricanes in the regular season, the Rangers have definitely stepped up. They figured out whatever they needed to figure out, and they've kept the Hurricanes at bay. We're still down a game. It's 2-1. But luckily, we're going back to the Garden. The Garden faithful got to see a great game. My brother was there today. Spent $320 to sit up in the rafters and watch the Rangers get a victory. I was happy about that for him.
Fucking worth it, though.
Dude, 100%. He said it was well worth the money. And then I asked him, did you grab me a T-shirt that some random drunk guy left on his fucking chair? Because they gave away playoff T-shirts tonight at every seat. And he's like, no, I didn't. I was like, you fucking failed me as a brother. I was like, you couldn't find one that some dude blew his nose in. I don't fucking care. I have a wash machine.
Yeah.
I want that damn T-shirt.
You talk about the ESPN, like their announcer is just so one-sided. Like, has there ever been a series that has been like this one-sided? It was a 1-0 game the entire way in Game 2, and I'm like, I feel like they're down 1,000.
Yeah.
Like the way
Dude, they were acting like the Rangers had no shot at getting back into that game, that they were lost. And listen, they did lose the game. They were very lacking. But you know what? They've been sucking at face-off fucking wins like
They
the
do suck
entire
at that.
playoffs. And that's something they need to fix. But yet every time they get a win in spite of that, that just goes to show you what kind of team this is. They're going to battle. They're going to gain the zone. They're going to do what they got to do to get a fucking puck into the net, get one past Antti Ranta, and get the win. And that's all we need, dude. That we just need sustained pressure. We need to not lose the fucking battles in the neutral zone, because we're a lot slower through the neutral zone than the Canes are. We need to move that puck a little faster, get it deeper. Again, today there was a lot of whiffing, a lot of just miscommunications with pucks and passes and stuff like that. But listen, we were able to secure the win. That's all that really matters. We played a much better rounded game, I would say. You know, north to south, defense to offense. It was a way better game. It was a great win. And that I really hope that little Max Domi stunt at the end of the game just, you know, pushes them harder and gets them a little more fired up for fucking game 4. And they come out flying and get a little nastier and a little more aggressive, especially along the boards, because the Rangers can win the puck battles along the boards as long as they're throwing the bodies and getting there. They got to race to the puck and get there first. They got to play that speed game with the Canes.
Yeah, I agree. And the funny thing about the faceoff is, like, despite them not winning faceoffs, they have obviously won. They were ranked 16th in the first round in faceoff wins, which is like terrible, dead last. They ended up winning the series 4-3. I mean, it's the Rangers find a way to win despite that faceoff. It's as if they know that, like, this is our weakness. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna do what we can do, and still get our wins anyway. And listen, dude, I think
we're not the type of team. We're not the type of team that we're just gonna get blowout victories. We're never gonna win a fucking series 4-0 or 5 in 5 games 4-1. You know what I mean? It's not gonna happen. This team has grinded it out all year. This is their style of play. And you know what? Listen, it hurts the body. It wears out the legs. But they're definitely going to be able to step up to the challenge. They were able to do it against Pittsburgh. Everybody counted us out 3-1. Nobody thought we had a chance to come back. We did it. It's the second time we did it against that shit team. And Schittsburg, suck a fat one. See you later. Bye-bye. Enjoy playing golf, Cindy. Malkin is probably sitting somewhere eating a fucking shish kebab, or I don't know what the fuck he eats in the offseason, that fat fuck. Okay? But, again, we're going to have to grind it out. We're going to have to play that East Coast, hard-nosed, fucking grinded out hockey. And I think they're going to be up to the challenge. I think game 4 obviously is a big game. It's definitely a must-win. It's as much of a must-win as anything else, because you don't want to go down 3-1 and try to battle back. It's really hard to battle back, you know, win 3 games in a row. They did it the first round of the series. I don't know if they could do it in the second round of the playoffs. It's really hard to do it back-to-back. So this is going to be a must-win at home. I think they're going to be fired up. I think they're going to be coming with the pressure. I think they figured out their style of play that they need to use to beat the Hurricanes. You know what you have in net. Igor is going to be Igor. He's going to stand on his head. He's going to give you 50 friggin' saves a night. You just got to put the puck in the net any way you can.
Yeah, I mean, we're in for a grind here, and that's just, as Ranger fans, I think we're just used to it. It's never gonna be easy. So the Rangers are down 2-0. They're down 3-1. It's always like Rangers never say die.
Would it be as fun if it was that easy? I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I would take flawless playoffs right to a cup victory. Dude, I'd sell my left nut for that. But it wouldn't be as fun as the way they play, the style they play, the back and forth. Okay, I mean, not that I look forward to the odds that I get during the game and the anxiety before every game. Okay, and the anger and the screaming and yelling. I know my neighbors don't appreciate it, but it just adds to it, man. It makes it all the more better. And I mean, just look at what's going on with Tampa Bay and Florida. Everybody thought Florida was just cruising into the finals, and they're getting smoked by Tampa right now.
Down 3-0. And the funny thing is, too, like, as Ranger fans, we watched last week, we were in AC watching Game 7. And they scored that goal, and we were just going nuts. And you know what? I'd rather have that type of reaction instead of just being like, "Oh, ho hum, 4-0, you know, sweep them, get done. We dominate the entire time." It is more fun. I'm probably just trying to convince myself as being a Ranger fan this is better, but it is a little better. It is funny when they grind it out. It's a lot more when they grind out and get the victories. They come back.
It definitely wouldn't have been as much fun sitting there at the Irish pub watching a Ranger game. hanging out with those 4 dudes from Scotland. Okay, they wouldn't have had as good of a time. They were loving it. We went absolutely nuts. Everyone was staring at us like we were the biggest pack of assholes in the world. Those Scottish guys were like, yes, we don't know what's going on, but fuck yeah.
Like, as long as those guys are happy.
Yeah,
that's all I cared about.
Dude, it was awesome. But I mean, listen, we just need to keep the pressure. We can't have one of those lackadaisical games like we had in game 2. We need to come out strong. You got to come out in front of your home fans and get the victory. You need to force it any which way. Bury the biscuit, that's all.
And now look ahead to pivotal game 4. We obviously don't want to go down 3-1. I mean, keys to the game. I mean, once again, kid line. After every single time we do a recap, we always talk about how much that kid line is just good. I don't think they had a point today, but I have to look at the stat sheet. But I mean, they're just that jolt of energy is just needed for this team. Sometimes when those top guys just don't perform. Like, obviously, Mika and Kreider both had goals today, and they sniped him. Mika had a great game, but he hasn't been doing that the postseason. But throughout this entire postseason, it's been about the kid line. So I'm going to say, once again, kid line, key to victory is having that team, having that line be incredible. And then obviously keep the pressure off Igor, score an early goal, get some offense generated, keep the pressure off of him. And I think when he plays the fans in the game, much better.
Get the Madison Square Garden rocking early.
Yes.
Get them in their heads, get them fired up, get them going nuts. Okay, pumping it up. And then especially if you can get a couple early goals, go up by a couple, dude, get that breathing room. Then you can throw the 4th line out there to just start mushing people. Let Rooney throw the body around. Let Reeves go after somebody a little bit and just really get on them and get in their fucking heads.
Yeah, I agree. I'm trying to look at whether or not they had a point today. The kid line didn't have any points today, but I mean, it's still just, even if they don't, without like stuff in the stat sheet, they still make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I think the perfect example of that is just Lafreniere, because Lafreniere just nonstop skates. Lafreniere throws the body, takes every opportunity he can to throw the body. He's in everybody's face on those little scrums that happen after a whistle. He's doing everything you'd want him to do other than scoring goals. But if you're not going to put the puck in the net, you're still going to make a statement out there, and he's doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm trying to look at the assists today. Kreider was assisted by Trouba and Zibanejad. Assisted by Panarin and Fox. And then Mott with the last goal, unassisted, obviously, because it was the empty netter, and he took the puck off, I think, from whatever, when Carolina turned it over.
Yeah, one of the wingers. But, dude, listen, if we can get the first and second line out there generating some offense early, I think that would definitely take the pressure off, and then we could just roll right through all 4 lines, give everybody a little bit of a breather, get the energy, sustain the energy, I want to say, through the entire game. We need those first 2 lines to generate offense right out the gate.
Yeah,
we need them to at least show up and put pressure on out the gate. We need to win those neutral zone battles. We need to move the puck into the offensive zone more smoothly. We need to move the puck out of our defensive zone faster and not just throw it up the boards willy-nilly and let their defensemen grab the puck and generate some flow down the other end of the ice, throw it back in deep. We got to be able to get the puck out without icing it. Icing doesn't help us because we can't win those face-off battles. We're sub 40% on face-off wins. That's atrocious. You're not going to see that anywhere else in the NHL, especially not in the playoffs. But I think if we can get the first and second line going, Miller has been a stud. Fox had a great game. Trouba, again, another stud out there. That's what you need. But even Braun played a good game. So I think if we could just keep what we had today and just ramp up the offense just a little bit, win those battles in the corners, throw the puck out in front. But I keep crashing the net. We were devastating them in front of the net. I mean, I was standing up every time we crashed the net, and that puck was bouncing around, and you have all 3 offensemen, the 2 wingers in the center just busting it into the net and pushing Antti Raanta around. That's exactly what you want. You don't want him to get comfortable. You don't want anybody to get comfortable. And a shitty little garbage goal is worth $1 million at this point.
Yeah, and that's I love that too. I was watching it. I'm just like, pucks on net. Everyone's crashing the net. Center passes, just doing a great job of getting. And like we've seen that in the first 2 games, even early on in the Pittsburgh series too. There's a lot of like everybody dancing around. And I think it was funny. Matt tweeted this out, but he was like, I don't watch hockey that often. But the Rangers are kind of playing like they're the Harlem Globetrotters of hockey, where they just kept trying to dance around guys, and it's like,
Right.
no, even a guy who does not watch hockey knows you cannot play hockey this way.
No,
put
you
the puck
can't.
on a net, let it get a rebound, dirty goal, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Just put it there. If we can clean it up, put something in, that's all that matters. But today, it was just two snipes. Like it was. Kreider had a beautiful goal, and so did Mika. So it was great. It worked out great for the Rangers today.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. And that pass to Mika came across the entire rink. He grabbed it and just let it rip, dude. Didn't give it even a half a second to set it up. Just grab and shoot, and that's what they need to do. They need to be quick, because even if that puck doesn't go in, it's put in a position where Ronta has no ability to really grab it, glove it down, or get on top of it. You're going to get a rebound off of that.
Yeah, definitely. But to play us out, I did a Game 3 recap video. Oh, I'm sorry, hype video.
Nice.
I'm going to use to play us out. I think I did it. Did you watch it?
I did not. I didn't get a chance to see it.
Unbelievable. You're going to watch it now. I'm going to force you to watch it.
I'm not going anywhere. I got a little beer left.
All right, perfect. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can get it to work, because it's going to be on. Yeah, let me see if I can try to get this to work. Share screen. I guess she'll tell me whether or not. Is it working?
It's up.
Let's see if I make it larger.
There you go.
Perfect. Now let me get rid of this. The audio, this is bad, but it'll be worth it.
Great chance. Oh! Scores! Out in front by Troup, has been on a long time. They score! Toward the net. It's Smith, and he scores!
All comes down to today. Either we heal as a team, or we're going to crumble. Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished. We're in hell right now, gentlemen. Believe me. And we can stay here, get the shit kicked out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell. 1 inch at a time. The margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us.
You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's gonna make the fucking difference between winning and losing.
Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers!
There we go. Yeah, it's muted.
Yeah, I muted it. I said that got me fired up.
Absolutely. Especially the drunk Let's Go Rangers at the end.
Yeah, I just took it off of some sort of one of the games. Someone was cheering out Let's Go Rangers, so I added it. But that's
Yeah,
perfect.
those fans are spilling out on 7th Avenue, just fucking trying to hail cabs and not get run over.
Yeah, but I love that. I love that speech from Any Given Sunday.
Yep.
I'd run through a brick wall for Al Pacino after giving that speech. Well, TJ, thank you again. What'd you say? Oh,
Ooh-ah.
Should I do a game 4-1? I thought that was pretty good.
That was good. Absolutely.
I usually do the meme one, the meme video.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing it. People love the ones that I did a Step Brothers one when he was like, "You're next," when he's spanking.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell. People love that one. That one went nuts on TikTok. People really love
Absolutely.
that one. We're gonna we'll hopefully come with someone for tomorrow, and then maybe one for game 4. So we'll figure it out.
Bro.
But But TJ, thank you for joining us
Yeah, it's a
again.
pleasure talking to you as always, Rook. Great
late
victory
night.
for the Rangers.
Yeah.
Shout out to third period bourbon, our guy
Yeah.
Dave.
I actually was just gonna say that. So third period bourbon, 75% of the time, it works every time.
Every time.
I bought a different bourbon today too, which is Dave was always saying that you should keep the same bourbon. But every time I've switched the bourbon, the Rangers have actually won. So
Dude,
I'll be broke to a Stanley Cup. That'd be fun.
I got to tell you, I mean, give me 1 second. Let me grab this. I'm running real low. That's one bottle, and that's a special blend. This bottle, you can't get anymore, and I'm tearing through it. You can't even get this shit anymore. I found this. This has been, they stopped making this a couple years ago, and I found that out by Crystal Springs in a liquor store. I walked in, and they had a bottle sitting there, and I grabbed that shit and ran to the counter and bought that like I was fucking stealing it. So I'm with you. I'm gonna have to restock. I don't want to go through all my great stuff. You know what I mean? But
I
mean, you know what? There's hope because I'm waiting on this.
We're waiting.
Haven't been able to find this particular bourbon. Bourbon drinkers out there know what I'm talking about. Used to be like a $60 bottle here in like New York, New Jersey area. And then during COVID, it kind of absolutely disappeared. And if you could find it in your local liquor store, it's going for like $200. Found this bottle down in Atlantic City. Haven't opened it yet. I'm waiting for the Stanley Cup Finals, and then it'll be third period blends. So I really want to drink this. Rangers, please fucking make it happen.
we all hope that happens. We all want to see that happen. I was gonna say I had Jim Beam the first time we did it. I had then I bought some beer barrel bourbon. Then I moved to Elijah Craig.
Elijah Craig, great cheap
Craig's
bourbon,
really
but
good.
Doesn't taste cheap.
And then in AC, we're drinking Bullet Bourbon.
Yep.
And then I didn't switch it for games 1 and 2 because I was like, I can't keep buying bottles of bourbon.
Yes, you can.
And then I went out. I bought the Muckalai today from the next to Source Brewery. They're right there. It's very good bourbon. I appreciate it. I mean, I would suggest it if the New Jersey area, Coltec area, pick it up. Muckalai bourbon. Very
it's
good.
all right. I wasn't doing anything today.
Sweet.
Thanks, bro.
Well, I really went real quick. I picked up my beer. I picked up a bottle of bourbon. And I left. I had to rush back for the game. So one of those things. But all right, TJ, it was great time again talking Rangers hockey. Let's go. Hopefully we'll come back with game 4 after a win.
Yep.
But we'll take it from there, hopefully. So let's go Rangers.
Let's go Rangers
right now.
Yep. Way to get a win, especially in front of Garden Faithful. Yep. Keep the pressure, boys. Let's go.
And Carolina, welcome to the motherfucking jungle, bitches.
Suck.
Welcome to Rangers hockey at Madison Square Garden.